Yeah, what if the girl has a cooler name? Or, like, what if you don't want to carry on your family name for some reason? That's true.
The only last name I would take is Winfrey.
Winfrey. Bart Winfrey?
That's a pretty good one, Bart.
Because she's balling.
Balling out.
You wouldn't have taken Gio's last name?
No, what the f?
Uh-oh, something's happening over at Fresh and Fit.
Really? What's happening over there?
You know those guys, right? You guys.
I know of those guys. I've seen their clips, but I've never listened to a full podcast.
Well, they're not. I don't know if they're demonetized.
I thought they were. I thought they were demonetized.
They've split. I mean, they did split their audience to. They're on Rumble now. Cause
she said, "What's Fresh and Fit?"
Ooh, so that is the #1 resource for men to become better men.
Red pilled.
#2 resource. #1 is jknews.
I guess here's the way that I would sum it up for what I've seen up to now. Is it's basically like almost like an advice podcast for guys that want to date girls that they even shouldn't be dating in the first place.
Yeah, like girls, like how to get girls in, like self-help and
women are whores.
Got it. Those sell. That stuff sells, which is crazy.
It sells a lot.
What I get from them is like, watch out, your chick's gonna cheat on you. They should be making sandwiches all the time.
You should. Points.
I mean, I would rather just make sandwiches. I love making sandwiches.
It's somehow about being a high-value man.
I want to go back to when the wives.
That's constantly searching for high-value women, yet you never settle down because it's the man that chooses when to settle.
Thank you.
And then if someone challenges you, you say, you don't even get pussy.
Yeah.
And also the chicks that come on say they want dudes that are like 6 feet tall with 10-inch dicks and like $250,000 a year or some shit too.
Yeah.
So they're basically just setting
on the low end.
They're basically just setting up. A lot of these podcasts do that, where they set up easy targets and then they just slam them down. You know,
it's like Ben Shapiro versus college kids.
Yeah.
it's Young America's Foundation, like business model.
And they keep coming back on the show too.
And he keeps choosing his own audience.
Because that's another thing too. The reason they keep coming back is because it does work for their advertisements. If they are running an OF and then people hate them, those people that hate them subscribe to them.
Buy their feet pics. They buy their butt pics.
So
they buy their ass pics.
An interesting thing happened, and this is like a real thing, which makes it like really cool. So the you guys know. Fresh is Walter. I think Fit is Myron.
Oh, I didn't know that's their name.
I didn't even know there's 2 dudes or however many. I don't even know.
Honestly, I don't even know if that's correct. All I know is that the guy that looks like the Ninja Turtle, that's Walter, and then the other.
I think you got it correct.
So is one of them Fit?
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't really know which one's which, or if that's even correct. But
Being called Mr. Fresh is kind of tight.
But something happened that's almost like a godsend. Like when you think of like dose of your own medicine kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna start seeing. I mean, now that I've said their names out loud, it's gonna hit your algorithm. But the videos that are gonna pop up are gonna be like, "Fresh Fit is over. Fresh Fit's done."
Didn't one of them get caught doing gay stuff?
Not gay stuff.
He was.
We covered that.
Yeah, we covered that. But he was just. You know,
he was like trying to get some ass.
He was doing homie shit.
Yeah. Sometimes you kiss on the homies.
Wait, he was kissing on the homies?
No, that's not it. That's a past thing. So what happened is, so Walter ends up dating this Chinese girl. Her name's Daisy Chen. Originally, they both believe she's from this wealthy family. She's some kind of pageant winner.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Big come up.
And so they deem her a high value woman.
Nice.
She starts dating Walter, and then at some point, you know, once their relationship's public and their viewers kind of know, some guy like calls in, because you know they take live calls on their show. Some guy calls in and he's trying to convince them, yo, she's an escort. Like you guys are being fucking bamboozled, basically. Shit. And then they like are completely like, you don't even fucking know her. Well, they're like hitting back, and this dude just keeps saying, no, you guys are falling for the same exact thing that you tell men not to do. You guys are falling for it, and they're just like denying it.
Super tight.
So
hey, she could still be a high value woman.
Yeah.
She's just, you know.
So they're showing like things.
Fucking a lot of other dudes.
They do that Google thing where like, oh, that's a picture of you. Okay, let's match it with the rest of the internet, see if it pops up anywhere, and it popped up on all these escort advertisements. Fresh and Fit were like, those are fake, you know, because they do use fake.
Yeah.
They use photos of random people all the time. But this dude's like, no, it's real. They kind of dismiss the whole thing.
He's like, I hired her before.
That's how we met, actually.
And then this thing, a little bit on a side note, some leaked call comes out where between Walter and that Chinese girl that she's pregnant, and that she's telling him like, oh, I want to keep the baby, and he's like, nah, he's like, just get, like, you can get rid of it, it's fine. Like, and then she's like, I don't want to kill the baby, and he's like, you're not really killing it, you're just taking this pill, like, it's nothing, it's okay. Like, sounds like a dude that said it before, maybe in the past. So then they're under scrutiny again about like, yo, what? Why are you out here shooting up the club on girls when you're telling other dudes like, don't fall for this same thing where, you know. Yeah. So then it gets a little bit blown out, and people find out more about her identity, and then a video goes up, and I believe it's them that release it. Suddenly there's an episode where Fresh and Fit are like, or Myron is like basically exposing her now and going like, yeah, so she's an escort. We got this video of her in the middle of escorting where she's doing the actual negotiations with a guy in a hotel room, and it's like a hidden camera, some shit. And he's the one that's like telling the audience, like, yeah, we found out about her. They were like, she's a fucking liar. We have legal proceedings against her. All this shit.
Told you guys, chicks are all whores.
Yeah. It becomes this weird thing, and then they're like changing their whole stance. And he's like, yeah, you know what? To be honest, I never fucking liked her. It's really weird. She's gonna go to jail. She lied to everybody. And then when a dude like called and was like, what about that guy that called and tried to tell you? He's like, I don't remember that call.
Oh, of course not.
Of course not. It was just like the earth-shattering call that changed everything.
Yeah. So now there's this whole thing where that girl who was like his girlfriend is now like going on different podcasts and different things, telling her side of the story and shit.
Daisy.
Yeah, Daisy.
What is her side of the story? Like, yep, I'm an escort.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't.
Money.
I don't think she's fessing up to that part. She's saying that video is not her, but they made her voice appear in it, so it just sounds like a weird, bogus lie. And then they found out that her like pageant that she had won was like not really a real pageant. It was just like one of those. It was at a casino or something. It was like one of those. But then
Okay, those are real.
Those are real, dude. Barona has them.
yeah, I guess. But she said she was. It said she was Miss Asia. Like to be Miss Asia from that.
big deal.
It sounds a lot bigger. Exactly. Yeah, so now there's this whole thing everywhere where whenever Fresh and Fit are like talking to other people or they have other guests and then those guests refer to this girl, they act like she doesn't exist. Yeah, it's so weird. Like this one, they just had a guest. They just had a guest on there. She was like, "What about your situation with your baby?" And Walter was like, "What? What baby? What were you talking about?"
Baby.
And they just keep doing that. They did a debate.
That's
too
so
with,
weird. What the
Kwan.
fuck?
I don't know if you saw that, the H3. And it honestly made me like Ethan Kline again.
Nice.
Yeah. Because they're just so like, it's like the things that happened just never happened in their minds now. When people are talking to them, they're just both like.
I don't actually know anything about Fresh and Fit, but they seem kind of whack.
No, that's a bad take.
Let me try this again then, because I was trying to make
Yeah,
them cool.
that doesn't jive.
That's what Kristin was saying.
You were trying to make him cool?
That's what Kristin was saying. I'm just regurgitating.
They are cool.
No.
You don't have to try and make them cool. They're cool.
To a lot of guys, they are like cool. I mean, they do. There are some things that like is just objectively good advice. Like, yeah, go work out. Go.
Oh, they're cool. Yeah.
I just feel like a lot of people that do that are not cool that I've seen. So
Oh, they're not cool.
Are these people cool or not?
These people in particular are pretty cool, yeah. But then I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Alright, cool guys.
It's really crazy to see. A lot of people really do feel like this is the end because they really are caught in the same exact thing that they've been like chastising other men about, like, don't be this guy, don't fall for a 304 or whatever.
Yeah.
It was a mistake.
What's a 304?
Go ahead.
Like get wifed up?
So like a computer error when your internet.
Yeah.
It's an area code.
No, but what is it? Is it like a baby's mama that gets pregnant goes with their baby, they still have her money, or like is it like?
It gets used in a lot of different ways, but the most common way that I've heard it is like a girl that's kind of like entangled in sex work being the objective for everything that she's doing. Like her decisions in life are kind of based around.
Was it fucking like a police code? Like who came up with that? That's crazy.
Honestly, I don't even know what the origin is. Yeah, I don't know what the real origin. But that's like the demeaning label they give to like all the girls. Like when they have like like the Whatever podcast when they have these like
Yes.
girls like
Yes.
they just call them 304.
That's like the Ben Shapiro shit where I'm like,
Yeah,
Shit. It's
I
like
don't.
you get chicks from the club and you're like, hey, you're a whore, your pussy smells, and she's just like, oh, yeah.
Like, I love it. I love it. My pussy smells. This is who I am.
The business model is really funny because it really is like, let's get these like girls that have these warped sense of self and then tell them they don't deserve anything in life. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you could just keep doing that all day. And then of course they're gonna be like, well, fuck you. And it's like,
Refillable content.
yeah, it's gonna be this. Yeah, it's refillable. But I don't think it really helps anyway because it makes good men become like hateful, like for no reason. Because these aren't the girls you're gonna date anyway. Why do you feel like that's gonna apply to you?
And they're only talking to the fucking like OnlyFans chicks, right?
Well, yeah,
It's like their sample size is like so skewed. I remember I saw the Fresh and Fit guys on like Flagrant, and I was seeing them talk to each other, and it just seems like such a disconnect to like reality, or like their reality is so in the Miami nightlife, where it's like it doesn't reflect like normies like us. You know?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Where you're like, dude, what are you talking about?
Not only that, but you're also like, I just don't think it's a fair phase to isolate in anybody's life.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you have a party phase. I think that's the shortest phase of your life, really. Like, how are you gonna?
We're still going.
Gross.
Yeah.
304.
Just hanging on.
Yeah, that's a 3 or 4 table right there.
Hanging on to his youth. You're about to be 40.
I'm a 304, baby.
Yeah, and it's like the thing where, you know, like they were when they were in this debate with Ethan Klein, they literally 3 times in this debate resorted to, yeah, well, you don't get pussy.
Yeah.
To Ethan Klein, who's
Kinda sick,
married, and
kinda
he's
sick.
like, I'm married. Like, what do you want me to do?
That's all they got, though. They're used to those debates, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. They're used to talking to callers and go, you don't get pussy, fuck
Yeah.
you.
But then Ethan Klein like responds to Myron like,
advocate.
why aren't you married? If you're so good at finding women, the right women, why aren't you married?
Absolutely.
And then he goes to, well, because it's the man has control of when to settle down. That's on the man. The
That's
man,
so fucking
the man is the
stupid. I love
gatekeeper
it.
of sex.
Oh, I love it.
I just don't think it's useful. Like it might be for them to perpetuate whatever lifestyle they have right now.
So their own family.
But if you want to live in that forever, then yeah, that's.
By the way, I do agree that, like, yeah, when chicks propose to dudes, it's fucking whack as absolute fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I could never
agree.
propose. Like, be the person.
I'm not even speaking for you, right? It's whack. So I agree with that. But it's not like, oh, it's up to the man as far as, like, it's, okay, I decided it's time for us to settle down. We will have children. Like, that shit's so weird. It's like, it's a partnership.
Yeah.
It sounds like a guy who's never been in a long-term relationship before.
Correct.
Or maybe even a short-term relationship.
Or he's just fronting as hard as he can front.
We're like a equal value relationship where both people bring something to the table.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Anthony. Almost 40.
So, my sister proposed to her man, my brother.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, thank you for saying that now.
I think that's whack.
We all said how whacked it was.
I think it's whack
I
attack.
get it.
I think it's
I'm
wild.
bringing it to the table in vulnerability of a great conversation, not
Okay,
high
yeah.
mentality.
Okay.
I'm open.
Okay.
I'm open.
I'm open.
In that situation, yes, I agree. I think it's weird, but I just chuck it up to, damn, my sister's a G. That's all I say.
Question. Was it something that, like, they were in on and it was just a thing that it was gonna be that way, or was it one of those, like, she got on one knee and then he was like, oh my god?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Did she surprise her?
I
Did
think
he know it was coming?
I didn't go into that much detail. Like,
Oh, was he dying of something?
so like, okay,
Was he
please don't cringe extra.
Did he have Crohn's disease?
Don't cringe extra. I'm using this as an arm
Is he a paraplegic and can't kneel?
Hey, you're talking about my brother-in-law right now.
Sorry.
That being said,
Sister-in-law, possibly? I don't know.
stop it. That being said, though, she asked me for help, and they did it at Disneyland because my sister's like one of them like Disney people.
Yeah.
And I love Disney, but I was like, oh shit, this is crazy. And she chose to propose. I had to help. I had to like fucking help film shit and carry some balloons and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
The entire time though, I was like a younger brother, so I was also like, what is this? This is so dumb, whatever, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, the more you grow, the more you accept people and whatever it is, and the less you have your opinions about it, the more I was kind of like, okay, like whatever, this is just the nature of your relationship. So maybe he's not that type to, or maybe he's okay to be with like an alpha chick,
Yeah.
because my sister be like that.
Yeah.
She's picking him up while they're fucking and shit?
She does the choking.
Oh, that's his sister.
Sorry.
It's his sister.
It's okay. To be fair, Steve's sister. super hot.
Nice.
So it was a surprise to him. It wasn't something
so.
they.
I think so. But the point is, I do think it's hella weird, but at the same time, who the fuck are we to, or who are they to care if we think it's weird?
That's true.
It's not the biggest deal in the world.
True.
It really isn't.
What does he think of it?
Oh,
though?
thank you, Anthony. I know a guy who, and what do you tell me what you guys think about this? He took his chick's last name.
I'm down with that.
I think that's okay.
But your last name's so fucking cool though.
I'm
That's
down.
not
I
Oh, well,
give
yeah,
her
your
my
last name's cool.
Yeah, what if the girl has a
Like-
cooler name? Or, like, what if you don't want to carry on your family name for some reason? That's like,
That's true.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're
ooh.
not, hey, Kristin
Dahmer
Dahmer
or
here.
Lionheart, you pick.
You know what I mean?
The only last name I would take is
Party of three.
Winfrey.
Winfrey.
That's
Bart
it.
Winfrey.
That's the only last name I'll take.
So that's a pretty good one, Bart.
Because she's balling. So.
Balling out.
You wouldn't have taken Gio's last name?
Fuck no. What the fuck? Because I'm fucking. What's the word?
Sexist.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah, baby.
Toxic.
Wait, are you both for real? Like fuck yeah, take the woman's last name.
I think in different variables and circumstances, sure. But I also don't want to give up my last name. Like,
So you have
I'm
a cool
okay
last
with,
name.
like, adding...
Not giving up your last name is not the same as like the guy taking your last name. And I only say that not because it's like it's just like historically.
I
in,
don't
like,
care if he takes my last name.
The
He
lineage
doesn't
of
have
humanity.
to. He
Okay.
definitely does not have to take my last name.
Because like Nikki took my name and I'm all over her passport, all over driver's licenses. And then what I love is when I look at mine, it has nothing to do with her.
That's what I like too. When
You
Tiff
are,
changed her.
you are Nikki Limo Green's husband, though.
I don't know
How
about that,
about
dude.
like, would you take your
I hope not.
husband's name if, let's say, your husband's last name rhymes with your first name?
That's funny. Like, what would it be? Yeah.
A spleen?
Would you like that, or would you kind of?
Kalyne a spleen?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep it Kalyne Lionheart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can also agree to not change anything, right? You just kind of.
You're not going to hyphen it?
Probably not.
What if his last name is
Depends
like
on if it says-
Lioncock?
Kalyne Lionheart cock.
Kalyne Lionheart.
Lionheart /
Kalyne Lionheart cock. Party of two.
Oh, better than Bart Winfrey. Come on, guys.
Question.
It
It was
goes
a great
Kalyne
question.
Lionheart or cock, so that both are
Would you
represented.
both put Dick in your last name? Is that what we're doing?
Absolutely.
Give him more. Give him more.
I wouldn't do,
question,
I
good
wouldn't
question.
do cock, but I would do dick.
Cool. Hell yeah. Heard you do.
Good luck, guys.
You know it.